Okay, last video of the day. Cheers, everybody. My mugwort tea for clearing out the parasites in my mind, in my brain, in my stomach, and wherever else they are. I'm actually starting to really like it. The sage really brings in a great taste, so I really like it. I don't know what you think. At first, it was a bit weird. Now I'm really enjoying it. I can feel the healing. I swear I can feel the healing, and I've never felt as good. Really, I've never felt as aware. So, as I always say, there's so many different parts of our life that we need to work on, and health, well-being is definitely one of them. But today we're going to talk about another part of our life and what can amplify and help and clear the pain and suffering sometimes in our life with relationships, partnerships, abuse from people, family. It's a great crystal and I'm wearing it. In fact, I was wearing this, I don't know why, but I needed to wear it on the night of doing my psychic. Well, no, I do know, because it really is a great starter crystal to bring out the psychic work. And I haven't been doing my psychic work for a long time now. So it was kind of like, oh, I hope it goes well. I don't even know what people have said about it the night that I did it. But I put my heart and soul into it and, and gave healing, and it was a psychic reading. So the crystal that I'm wearing was the crystal that I needed to wear that night. So something pulled me to it. So I'm going to take it off my neck now. And the crystal I'm talking about is this one here. It's absolutely gorgeous. There is something mystical, magical, and ever so powerful when you wear it and hold it. I really like holding this crystal a lot. So some crystals you like to wear, some crystals you just like to put around you, put in your pocket. This one I like to hold on to. It's up against a crystal which is called terahertz, or I call it Silicone Valley. This is for radiation, 5G, any of the mobile phones, computers, any of that kind of Wi-Fi and microwave. It's an amazing cleanser, clearer. There's lots of words you can use, a disruptor, but it works. And I've been wearing this now for years. So not this one, but this crystal for years. It's not a crystal. A lot of people will start saying, oh, Mark, you don't know what you're talking. Yeah, I know, but it's easier calling it a crystal. So let's talk beryl. This is a unique piece, and I actually found a wonderful man in a huge show once, and it was just by coincidence. All of a sudden I was pulled to his huge table with many crystals, but there was one particular point that my eyes were drawn to, and the energy felt overwhelming. And it was only a little box filled with maybe I think 200, 250, 300, and they were in a small box. I think it was like a plastic box. And I went over and picked one up, and he looked at me, and I think he was from, I don't know where he was from, Spain or somewhere, but oh no, he wasn't. He was from another country, might have been Serbia or somewhere like that. Anyway, he ended up, when I was speaking to him, he ended up being, I think, a teacher, but then his dream, his passion was to go into the forests of Brazil. This is the story he told me. And you can't go any further in a vehicle. You've got to walk, and it can take days to walk there. Anyway, there's a special place where he wouldn't tell me, of course, but it was in Brazil. And he was mining himself, and he came across these crystals. And when I held the first one, I've got to say that I was hooked, and it was fascinating. Anyway, he tells me a story that one day he's going to give up his work, retire, and do this full time. Anyway, I held this particular, not this one, but one beryl, and I said to him, probably the nicest beryl I've ever touched in my life. I've worked with hundreds of beryls, and this one, for some reason, feels extraordinary. And he was smiling. He said, absolutely. And I said, I've got to have it. And he says, great. He says, that's wonderful. So he started wrapping it up, and I said, no, I've got to have it. Them. He says, what do you mean? I said, them, all of them. All of them. I said, all of them. He looked at me like I was crazy. But I think I made his day, paid for his stand, and paid for his probably trip to, they cost a lot. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I was excited. I was blown away, and I thought this was well worth spending all the time to come here just for this little box of a couple of hundred crystals. Now you may think, oh yeah, they're okay. Well, I'm telling you, they're amazing. So what is beryl? It's self-love. I'm just trying to think of the things that this has helped with, and the beryls that were very close to this in nature in the years that I had them. And I think if we generalize, this is far more powerful than that. But if we generalize, beryl has a unique energy of what I can remember. We hold on to they call it suppressed energy. So when a painful situation happens to us, we either release it or we hold on to it. Now, imagine you have amazing gifts inside you. Imagine you have amazing energy inside you, and your dad or mum or teachers suppressed it and made you feel that what you have and who you are is not good enough. Okay, so you suppress your gift. Beryl has the energy or the wave, the pulse to enter into you and release that. Why do I know that? Because a lot of kids, teenagers who were studying at school, who were being bullied at school, I used to do a healing session and give them a piece of beryl. And the mums or dads or themselves would say they feel a lot better. Basically, they get strong again, they start to sing again, they start to dance again. And the mums would say, honestly, she's a different girl. And I'd say, that's great. And they'd always have the beryl. So looking back, beryl, I believe, is great for kids with low self-esteem. That self-esteem that's been beaten out of them from their father or their mother or their stepfather or their teacher or somebody. Other things beryl is amazing for. You know, a lot of us hold on to illness for a long time, and it's hard to break free from that. I found that after a healing session, giving somebody a piece of beryl, that they would tell me their long-term illness would dissipate, and slowly but surely they would overcome it. And that was something that I found fascinating. So if somebody was to ask me about beryl, I'd say, if you've got a long-term issue with illness, then try it. It's a great protection, that's for sure. It's a really powerful energy that highlights and amplifies your own energy, and that is in a positive way. So it's a great protector of heavy energy. I believe it's one of the best crystals for a starter crystal if you're walking a path of spirituality, psychic work, healing work, any kind of work like meditation or anything like that. It's amazing. It definitely helps one move forward in issues and problems. It's great for sensitive hearts. It makes people sensitive hearts, without a doubt. What else? It just makes you strong. It makes you stronger in your heart. Positivity is something that is an after effect think that's it really. Trapped energy, I've already said that. You're going to ask what is different from this beryl that I have on my website, because I still have a number of these. Why are they slightly different? When I started working on this one, it was at the time when I was probably at the strongest of my healing work. And each day I would channel an energy or a memory into all of these crystals. Before I even sent them off to Bali, I worked as a healer, but absent healing. And I would always have them with me. They would always be around me or under my chair when I would do an absent healing with, I don't know, 50, 100 people. And within the absent healing, certain things used to come up that then became a memory that would go into this collection of beryl. So what are the things? Most of the time, it would be regarding family issues. It would be regarding relationship issues. It would be regarding abuse, physical and emotional, and the feeling of always being, I think, neglected, not wanted. What I would put into the crystals would be the energy that would be given to the clients. So within this crystal or these particular collection, you would feel that if you feel neglected, if you feel lost, if you feel down, if you feel like the people that you love most of all don't recognize you, understand you, and you feel bad, the energy of healing that particular or those particular emotions are inside this crystal. But also, I used to do psychic work on the internet with about 200 or 300 people at once, and I used to work with this crystal, and that's why, probably because I came back to it when I was doing this online closed circle the other night, I went for the beryl. So it makes sense to me that the work that I did on the psychic, on the awareness, opening up, seeing spirit, feeling spirit, the connection to the spirit world, and the connection to the ether, the universe, the cosmos, that gives us information. These crystals hold the same vibration as that. So when you wear it, you'll be able to feel the connection more, feel the connection of the spirit world, of our loved ones in the spirit world. And I did the other night. I felt a lot of love the other night when I did this close circle for a few people. I felt the love. I actually felt overwhelmed by everybody on there. It was like they were all extremely strong, and what they were going through in their life, I could feel the warrior energy within them. And it was a blessing, actually. It was a blessing to do that particular 1 hour session. I really enjoyed it. Again, I have no idea what people thought about it, but what I did is this. I decided by the energy of that day, which I was getting a kind of funny thought about something, and then when I did the read, as I was reading, I could hear the same thought, and that was everybody who booked onto that session, I said to them, I'm going to gift you one of these, which is going to help you strengthen, cleanse, clear, and keep you protected from all the nasty Wi-Fi and everything else. And that's what I did. I sent everybody one as a gift. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do the same thing. Every beryl that you buy from markbajerski.com, I am going to tell the girls to also put one of these beautiful Silicone Valleys in as a gift from my heart to yours. So that's it. I wish you all a great day. You already know what Silicone Valley does. I've done many videos of them. But the beryl is a very, very special crystal. And I hope you feel the energy of the beryl. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. Link below.